Hey there. I thought we were done for the day. I'd gone in, thought everything was going to be fine. But then Josh here, who's the neighbor of Nigel, who I'm staying with, informed me that the cops were messing around inside my car. Now, when I think I'm going to be in a situation where there's potentially a riot and I'm jostled around, you can lose your keys. So typically I will stash the keys somewhere outside. We're putting our hands up because now they can see us, the National Guard. But typically we put it on the outside so that, put it straight up, not behind your head. You can't see your hands that way. Put it outside the car. But so, long story short, it appears that they stole my keys.
I'm going to leave you at this point.
You gonna stay there?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey guys. I'm media. I had long conversations with Sam Andrews earlier tonight, who's one of the head guys with your National Guard there. We talked about the governor's exemption on the executive order 20-68 and about the various lawsuits and particularly the lawsuit that, if you go after me, I'll make sure that it'll be difficult. Anyhow, this guy here, Josh, who is, you walking away? So who am I talking to now? Okay. So my name is Rod Weber. I've been staying over here with a friend, and the neighbor informs me that the police or National Guard or some of you guys were poking around in my car, and then lo and behold, my car keys have gone missing. The reason they've gone missing is because when I'm potentially in a situation like this, I stash them with the car. So, since I've been respectful to Mr. Andrews, I'd really like a conversation with him right now. It seemed like we were getting along. Also, Jeff was one of the nice guys that talked to me. You got on the radio. I'm not trying to make any trouble here, but it's kind of backpedaling on all the baby steps that were made today. All right, well, guess this has been on me, so I'm going to turn it around on you, and we can see your blank stares. And I'm just doing the live stream because we need it for the record in case anything gets weird, though it shouldn't. You're welcome to frisk me if you like. I haven't done anything wrong. I don't have anything on me. Okay? It's not your job to not steal car keys? Too close? Okay, I thought, well, we got at least 12 feet, but I'll go back here if it makes you comfortable. So is Sam Andrews coming out, or is he gone home for the day? So we're not going to get an answer on that? Well, I went through the proper channels. I placed a phone call to the police, and it seems like everyone's here, I'm guessing. So since you're a minute walk away, why not, right? Say again? Okay.
It's AppSec. They can't really tell you about their situation.
I get it. You don't want to frisk us? No? Okay.
Why would you invite that?
To make them feel comfortable. I haven't done anything wrong. I don't want them to feel uncomfortable. Wow. I'm not breaking curfew. The executive order has an exemption on media. That's section 1, subsection 3, sir. And the executive order is 20-68. So no, I'm not breaking that. I'm lawfully walking about. It's my right, my First Amendment right as media, sir. And so you know, I will cite the lawsuit. It's 1:18-CV hyphen 00931 hyphen LM, and that's against the New Hampshire police and President Trump. And the judge has put forward the lawsuit, and it will proceed. So if things get weird, just know that all of you will be named in the lawsuit, and that'll make your life difficult for the next 3 years. I love you all. Like, I want this to go nicely. But I don't appreciate being targeted for simply just coming out here and documenting. And so I know the law, and I want you to know that I know the law up front. And so we're going to do everything cool, right? Okay. And Josh is just going to stay back here. He's my crew for the moment, who I've hired. Okay? Which means he's also exempt.
Also, just so I don't get shot, I'm going to reach in my pocket and grab some cigarettes.
Slowly do that, sir. I think you're making him nervous. For me, it's not my first rodeo, so. But you guys, you see, you're smiling, so I think it's going to go all right.
Personally, I think you guys have all been handling this situation really well.
Yeah, I mean, things turned out pretty good. I mean, that's why me and Sam got talking earlier, as well as Jeff. Jeff seemed like a very nice guy. Jeff didn't want to tell me his last name, but we chatted for at least 10 minutes. It's like the best live stream I ever made, because it was like making friends with the National Guard. It was like in the earlier moments, it was so tense, and everyone there was getting in your faces and everything. And I was peppering in my little knowledge of legalese, but when it's like a massive crowd like that, they don't want to hear about it, because they're a massive crowd. Massive crowds have kind of a hive mind mentality. But so Sam, and I apologize for not knowing his rank. He didn't give me that, but he actually went out and took a knee, to calm the tensions there. And I mean, honestly, that was the best way to just kind of cooled everyone out. So.
Also, none of them want to be here.
Yeah, I know you guys. I know I don't want to be here. You guys, no one wants to be here, for sure. So. I'll tell you some. I told some other stories too. There's that big 6'7" dude. He's like a kid, but I was saying to him, like, if he bulks up, starts taking some weight gainer, he could be the next Jesse Ventura. So does his thing with the Green Berets, goes into pro wrestling. I have contacts there. I made a documentary with Tiny the Terrible, his real name Doug Tunstall, but he has a midget wrestling duo, Tiny the Terrible and Half Nelson, and they've been on WWE, just as like comedic entertainment. This was more, I wasn't obviously doing serious films at that stage. This was back when I was just doing like quirky stuff, but as a result, we do have connections to Vince. So the thing is that I was saying, I'm like, listen, man, you bulk up a little, I'll set up the midget cage wrestling match for you, and then show that off to Vince. That could be his next stage. Then he runs for governor, and all you guys could be best buddies, because am I right? I made him smile. So, and we do this because at least we know that you'll be nicer if, I don't know, so you're ordered to arrest me or something, which I hope shouldn't be the case, right?
No, National Guard is fine.
Well, no, I watched you guys do an arrest the other night. I don't know if you're allowed to, but it happened. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I mean, you've got like a different. Oh, okay. I don't know. Well, I don't know what I don't know what your orders are. So I just know what the governor's order is, and how I'm allowed to behave under said circumstances. I don't.
They're not allowed to tell us their orders because of OPSEC.
No, I understand that. That's what I'm agreeing with you. We're not going to be able to know their orders. It's okay. They might also just be waiting for us to get bored and leave. that is also
Yeah, I thought
that
this
is
whole mission was just to get your keys back.
it is to get my keys back. So then I'll have to come tomorrow, and then we'll keep doing this, and it's going to be ridiculous. Just want my keys. I don't know why everyone has to take my keys. Why take my keys? Oh, I feel like I need to start narrating or telling a story for the live stream because we don't want them to get bored. I hear there was some crazy stuff going on over in Minneapolis tonight. There's like a guy dressed like Donald Trump, kind of doing like some kind of a clown show.
I also have friends in National Security, or National Guard, so I can't really.
I'm not saying it was National Guard. It was like a protester. I don't know. No. Listen, I don't know. You'll have an interesting story to tell your significant others when you're finally out of this. Some weird guy wanted his car keys. You're all apolitical, so we can't talk about politics. How about satirical politicians? We talk about that. You know, Vermin Supreme, who wears like a boot on his head, runs for president. This time he did a serious campaign with the Libertarians, a so-called serious campaign. I'm trying to get that on there. You know him, right? Free ponies for all Americans, mandatory dentistry, time travel research, and zombie-powered energy.
I voted for him the last 2 elections.
Well, there you go. I made a documentary. That's I have a little deal with a distribution company for my documentary of Vermin. I mean, you're going to see it soon enough. After this, like, there's no way that you're not going to watch it. But, you know, everything can't be like satirical politician movies. I got them all smiling at least. So there's that.
I mean, to be fair, what have you guys been standing here for 6 hours?
Yeah, so it's probably this is the most entertaining thing they've done all night or interacted with. Like, I mean, things have been so crazy here.
I mean, the church is pretty cool looking.
It is.
It's not that entertaining.
Things have been so crazy here. If like Jesus Christ himself like came riding out of the clouds on like Dumbo the elephant, like I wouldn't be surprised. The other night I was watching the looters over at Target. There was a guy with a fucking car doing donuts inside the damn Target, and I filmed him like Blues Brothers. He just drives out like through the front windows. I don't approve of his property damage, but I'm gonna say that was one of the craziest fucking things that I've seen until last night, or was it the night before? Well, there's been so many crazy nights. I can't even keep track of the things. I mean, there's all the people in the streets, like setting fires to buildings, and I mean, obviously seen this, and it's like it's not a good thing. But also, there was that separation of you guys and all the protesters, and so once the protesters kind of had their separated area, man, they were torching everything, and I saw like a whole. What's up? You got your situational awareness under control? So, yeah, you're cool. We're cool. I'll tell you my dumb. You want to hear more of my dumb stories? I mean, there's just crazy shit has been happening. Everyone knows that, right? I saw it was like a 2-story building, a furniture store. Just the wall collapsed under the heat. Oh, he's taking off. Okay, well, now I don't know who's in charge. Okay. Was this the night you expected to have?
I expected to just sit in my backyard and listen to police scanners. What was going on around me?
Fair enough. That would have been an interesting night. So I give you my business card or something? Want to come see me do stand-up comedy?
I don't know what their ROE is, but I think part of it involves you not getting too close to them.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't been moving forward, have I? I don't think so. No. So Sam's not coming out. That's what I'm guessing. Sam's not here, right? Nor is Jeff. And you're just waiting for me to get bored and tell you more crazy stories about Tiny the Terrible. He's this black midget wrestler, a Republican on welfare that ran for mayor of Pawtucket, Rhode Island, in 2006. Loved to brag that he never showered. And, if you wanted romance, you had to get a bottle of wine, a couple of saltine crackers, and dig the cheese out between your toes and slap it on. That's what gets him going as far as he's concerned. No? Too far? Didn't make you smile on that? It was too gross. Okay. We're scoping out what kind of comedy you do. I think you like the vermin stuff better. I don't know. Free ponies? Man,
I feel like they're just waiting for us to walk away.
Oh, I think that too, but I think he is like fighting back a smile. Like there's and even all of them are. I think. I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I could just come back tomorrow. So, everyone's looking over there. I guess they don't text message now. It's all on this. What channel are you guys on?
The one that you can't get.
It's the Wild Zoo, the National Guard. Whoa. No? No?
We just walked back.
Oh, you want to go? Oh, okay. I've gone too far.
Not really. It's just that nothing's really going to be accomplished.
Yeah, no, I'm making them nervous. Okay.
I'm standing there.
All right. Well, should we do social distancing handshake? Okay. And are you dips? What are you doing? Oh, he's vaping. All right. Right on. I guess vaping is our sign to go. So I guess I'll just call the police in the morning and they won't help me either. But okay. Well, it was nice meeting you. I'm gonna call you Jerry, and the rest of you don't get names. But this is Josh. I'm Rod, and check me out at Yuck Yucks. I'll be down at the comedy club when the store opens. The town opens up again. No? Okay.
Well, have a good night. Hope you guys all have a good place to sleep in the armory.
Oh, that's another question. I bet they.
Or at least the grass in the Capitol field is real comfortable.
They've probably got a lot of cots up there. But see you guys. So you got a car down there. They're not going to arrest me, are you? Us? No. Okay. Could be. Could be happening. I don't know. Let's go in the street. We don't want to be in the shadows.
You know, usually I tell people that.
What, that you should be in the shadows?
No, to stay in the light when you're about to be arrested.
I see. Our hands up. I don't know who it is.
Are you guys okay?
We're definitely okay. Are you a police officer?
Yes, I am.
So we were trying to find a police officer. As I just.
Just stand over here for me.
Sure.
What's up?
Over down the block where I'm staying with my friend, this man who's the neighbor witnessed the police or National Guard. He wasn't really sure, rifling around in my car.
Please.
They were definitely police? Okay. And so I was just trying to figure out what happened to my car keys, which were taken. And I am media, and so the executive order doesn't apply to me. That's 20-68, and he's my crew. You shouldn't have a
So
beef.
what do you ask? I'm just asking, how can I help you?
I would like to know why the keys were taken by the police from my car.
I have no idea.
Well, of course, I'm just telling you.
Okay, so
I'm reporting a theft.
okay.
Okay.
That would need to be reported to the St. Paul Police Department.
Okay, and
Okay.
who are you?
I'm a state trooper.
You did call the police department.
Yeah, I
before
did.
we walked over
Okay.
here.
Okay. Did they send somebody over?
He was not
No,
able
they
to-
didn't pick up, and so
Okay.
it seemed like it would be easier to just come over where the police were.
Sure. Those aren't police.
I understand, but there were police over there, so.
Gotcha.
I did mention that it was all National Guard.
It's not. I assure you that it's not. There was plenty of police over.
Yes, there are police.
So
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
How can I help you right now? Would you like me to contact St. Paul and ask them to send a squad over to your house?
um
I can't go over there right now.
If
That would be their
Oh,
jurisdiction.
okay,
So
sure.
Is that what you want?
if we can report the crime, yes, sure.
I
If that's the way to do it.
Yep. What I need the address.
It's I believe it's 609, whatever this street is, Park.
609 Park.
Yeah.
That's your house.
I
No,
can
that's
tell
my
you-
friend's house.
I can tell you my address, which is 116.
I need to know
Winter.
where it occurred so they can go.
I'm fairly certain it's 609 Park.
609 Park. Okay.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I will be happy to help you. I'll get on the radio, call St. Paul Police.
Uh huh.
They'll respond because that's their jurisdiction.
Okay.
Come over to there.
Perfect.
And to answer your question, I don't know what happened.
Well, of course not. I mean, so
but
you
I'm happy to help you, and I'll get you the resources you need. Is that fine?
that would be great. Yeah.
You guys, if they respond over there, you guys need to be there though to tell them.
I'll be there.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'll call it in and ask them to send somebody over.
Perfect.
609 Park.
Yes, and you're Officer Kloss?
Yep, Trooper Kloss.
MJ, is that right?
KJ Kloss.
KJ.
Yep.
Sorry. Okay.
No problem. I'm happy to help you, and I know you guys. I recognize you guys are out here as media. That's fine.
Uh huh.
I'll get you the help you need.
Perfect.
Sound good?
That would be excellent.
609 Park.
Do you do one of these or?
Right on.
Okay, great.
I'll ask.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Yep.
Okay. See, that wasn't so hard. Hopefully they won't arrest me over there.
St. Paul PD is generally pretty cool.
Well,
He's a Minnesota State Trooper, so he's just coming in as a reinforcement. But Minnesota State Troopers are also generally pretty cool, from my experience with them.
well, I don't know. I heard about the death of George Floyd recently, and I don't know.
That was Minneapolis PD, and they are terrible people.
Oh, I see. There's a distinction.
Minneapolis PD has a long history of being terrible, racist people.
I see. Okay.
Most of the other police departments in our state are generally pretty cool. Minneapolis PD are just terrible.
Mm-hmm. So, why do you think there's such a distinction or disparity, I should say?
I honestly have no idea. I've
Observed
lived
it.
in this state for 29 years, generally within the metropolitan area, and as long as I've known about the police in the metropolitan area, Minneapolis police have had a history of racist and violent acts, while the St. Paul PD generally tries to be non-aggressive.
Gotcha. All right, well, I think I'm going to power this down for the moment because I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get here. I know this is probably, I don't know, it's a wacky thing to do, but I'm trying to hold their feet to the fire, and obviously I don't like dealing with the police. It's always a bad idea to call the police to your residence. So we're entering into this knowing that it's a bit of a bad idea, but if part of that in my documentarian kind of adventures or endeavors, reveals just what kind of people they are, then that's just what we have to do.
Hang on, before you
so-
shut this down,
Yeah.
I have called the police to my residence 7 times in the last 2 years, and every single time they have dealt with the situation as coolly as possible.
We might be having a little white privilege, though, so I don't know. But
I will agree with that.
yeah, so definitely it's a dangerous thing to do. I don't advise it for anyone, but I feel like it's important to hold the feet to the fire. And so that's what I'm going to do. And I guess we'll come back live when they arrive.
And I don't advise it either. But, sometimes you just don't want to break your hands and you want to use the police as a weapon.
Well, it's like judo. They'll be a weapon against themselves, perhaps. I'm guessing that they'll just say, "We don't know what you're talking about," and that'll be that. So, because why not, right? That's what they do.
Well, it was definitely reported when they came up to your car, I heard them on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
I've done security work, so I know how things are reported.
Uh-huh.
I've worked intricately with police officers.
Uh-huh.
So definitely somewhere it is reported.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, there's a good chance that they will also just say, we have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, that's my expectation. We're just gonna further illustrate that they're hypocrites, that's all. So, yep. All right, so we're gonna sign off.